Welcome to this presentation of the USC hockey team. Tonight, taking on the Utah Utes here at the rinks at Anaheim. The first time these two teams will play. And for USC, of course, having that long winter break, a lot of time to rejuvenate, rejoice, hopefully can get back in the win column after a tough two-game set against the rival UCLA Bruins. Puck drop approximately 8:30 p.m. tonight. Just about 10 minutes out. And Utah, very solid team. USC trying to get back in the win column. And T-minus 10 minutes away here from puck drop. USC will have Heath Chansey back in net, trying to lead his team back to the promised lands. And we'll have a good one coming up here on the USC Hockey YouTube channel. Of course, before the UCLA game, USC was struggling as well, but took a beating to the Bruins in an unconventional loss, to say the least. One at home, one away in the rivalry weekend, and a tough two-game set. But hopefully, with Chansey back in net, with defensive players getting rest, the Trojans can regroup and find their footing here in Anaheim, California. Puck drop at 8:30. Of course, the Trojans trying to work their way up the Pac-8 division. Utah plays in the WCHL, currently standing at 10-6, no overtime losses, 30 points on the year, right in the middle of that division, just trailing four teams. Central Oklahoma dominating that division and really dominating the ACHA up there with a bunch of those powerhouse teams, but ahead of Grand Canyon, Arizona, Missouri State, Arizona State, and Colorado. For USC, 10 points on the year, just ahead of the winless Tritons of UC San Diego. USC is 3-10-1, 10 points on the year. Washington dominating the division at 45 points. Utah with 36 points, trailing Washington. Behind them is Cal Berkeley, Eastern Washington, San Jose State. Teams the Trojans have played this season and have had some struggles, but the wins have been very good. The losses have been discouraging. Utah has had mixed results this year. One thing that is worth bringing up is the Trojans have had a few spring admits that have been added to the team. Foley, he'll be on the second line tonight. Damaris and G will rock on that third line on the forward side, and Nerona on the third line of defense, Heath Chansey and net. So some new additions for the Trojans, refreshing for them, and hopefully can get back in the win column after a struggle right before the winter break. But they've had time to work out, get back on the horse, and the Trojans have the second worst goal differential in the Pac-8. Definitely will try to put up some goals tonight to get that back. They're at -56. Utah is a big goal-scoring team. However, not the highest goal differential. They have a plus 20 goal differential. But for the Trojans, it's been some heartbreaking, disappointing losses, and tonight they have a chance to take on a good opponent. Second place in the Pac-8 stands the Utes, and a team that is up there with Washington, granted 9 points back of the Huskies, but a team that is to be reckoned with. But the Trojans hopefully can just find their footing. Just win at home, get back, make the fans happy, and we'll have the game coming up shortly, just about 5 or so minutes away from puck drop. Coming up shortly, we'll have the pregame presentation, starting lineups, and all the like, and then puck drop to get started here in this Pac-8 ACHA men's hockey showdown between the Trojans and the Utes. Now, of course, we all know what happened when these two teams played in football. The Utes got the best of the Trojans. Hopefully, for USC tonight, they can change that narrative and get back in the win column. Like I said earlier, following some very tough losses to UCLA and up their trip up to Washington, had a few tough losses there too. So USC not by any means in contention of the division, but can make a splash here and move up with some wins here in the final stretch of the season, with Western Washington and Washington State only a few games above USC. In a tough Pac-8 division with 9 teams as it stands right now, more than some other divisions, and it's hard to win games. And it showed for some of these teams, even for a team like Utah. They have just over a 500 record, standing at .522 point percentage rather. But for Washington, it's been utter dominance, and they've won about 94% of their games. They've won in overtime. Their only loss coming in a shootout. So for USC, Heath Chansey gets the nod between the pipes, and He'll try his best to limit Utah's offense to the fullest extent. Coming up here, both teams just about ready to go. Referees will get things started, and we're almost underway here at the rinks at Anaheim for a Pac-8 matchup between the USC Trojans and the Utah Utes. A highly anticipated game. Utah trying to get back in the win column, and they've had an up and down start to the season, but certainly a much more successful season than that of the Trojans. So hopefully for USC they can make a splash, upset, and here come both teams just about ready to go here on Friday night here at the rinks at Anaheim. Here come the Utes out of their dressing rooms. Here come the Trojans as well, led by goaltender Heath Chansey. And time for some Pac-8 Friday night hockey here in Southern California. Trojans will have another game tomorrow night, also against the Utes. So the Trojans will try to at least take one of these tonight and get the ball rolling here on this final half of the season following the winter break that was very restful. Both teams getting their pregame action in. Heath Chansey, like I said, will get the nod in net tonight, but glad for him to get another shot at it following some good starts this season, and just about ready to go. Of about 8.5 minutes till puck drop. Both teams getting their skate in, and we'll be underway shortly. Welcome, if you're just joining us, to this presentation of Pac-8 ACHA men's hockey between the visiting Utah Utes and the home team, the USC Trojans, here down in Anaheim. Not too bad of a drive from the actual USC campus, but the home of the Trojans for many years. Both teams have had opposite starts of the season. The Trojans struggling as of late, trying to get back in the win column after this winter break, and have lost their last 5. Have only won 1 in their last 10, and have only won 3 games all season. Now for the Utes, they've been about 500 on these last 10 or so games. They've been 4-5 and 0-1, so an overtime win, and have won their last 3. So momentum on their side. Granted, for many of these players, it's been some time off on winter break. Almost set to go here. The Utes will be in their dark red jerseys. USC will sport their white kits. For the Trojans, first line will be Preston Patz, Chris Chow, and Miles Salzgeber to get things started. Heath Chansey and net. On defense, it'll be Buchanos and Phillips. That'll be the starting 5 skaters for the Trojans, plus Heath Chansey and net. while the record may not contest to this, that Trojans first line has done a very good job setting the tone early in the game for the offensive front. But when it's all said and done, the team will have to not get complacent, be resilient, and play a full 60 minutes here in order to get the win. It's not going to be easy against a winning team like Utah, a team that's played almost 10 more games than USC and has had a lot more experience. But when it's all said and done, any given day, Trojans can surprise people, and we're almost ready to go here. That second unit as well on offense for the Trojans will need to back up its first counterpart. It'll be Loren, Levine, and O'Brien on that second line for the Trojans. We're just about ready to go, about 4 minutes out here, live from Anaheim, California. Welcome once again if you're just joining us here. Like I just said, about 3.5 minutes or so until we get this thing started. Trojans and Utes on Friday night. Both teams have had their ups and downs this year, to say the least, and we shall see who prevails here in Anaheim, California. Both teams taking their final warm-ups here. Almost set to go. Heath Chansey, number one, will try to get a good start to the game here. It's been tough for the Trojans, just coming out with momentum early, and for them it's been a struggle, but hopefully the defense can back him up and give us a good game here as we're almost set to go. One thing on Utah's advantage, as we can see here right on the ice, is plenty of more skaters. They'll have opportunity to make more substitutions and prevent themselves from getting tired. But for USC, it's just going to have to be and come down to being resilient down the stretch. And Chris Chow, wearing the C on his jersey, the captain for the Trojans. John Thibodeau has dealt with various injuries this season, and Chris Chow rightfully getting the nod at captain, and his heroics this season have been vital. Plenty of goals, breakaway chances, some excellent passes for scores, and just under a minute to go here until we start. Both teams getting their final shots in, and in just a moment we'll send it down to the PA for the starting lineups for both teams. And An exciting one for the Trojans. First game coming off a long winter break, and both teams have had plenty of chances to regenerate their energy, get their workouts in, and it's going to be a good one. Trojans and Utes coming up right here. Final buzzer sounds, and referees signaling for both teams to hit the benches as it's almost time for puck drop. USC also will have to drastically fix their defense as well. We saw in that UCLA game, allowing double-digit goals is something you just simply can't blame on the goalie, and at that point it's the defensive mindset will have to improve. But hopefully with 3 solid lines of defense and some depth at the defensive side, the Trojans can find their footing and do Heath Chansey some favors as he'll be the starting goaltender tonight. Out come both teams. Getting their final words in with coaches, and we'll have puck drop very soon. We'll send it down to the PA in just a moment. Both teams lining up, just about set to go here. It'll be Chris Chow for USC on the middle circle and about ready to go here in Anaheim. Here we go now in Anaheim, and there drops the puck. Utah takes control in their own zone. Over to Wiener on the left side. Backhand left and over to the Trojans, taken in. Down to Chow. And Chow speeding up the left side. He's all alone, wrist shot, and that one goes over the net and wide. Flicked in again and hit down, and injured is Utah players. Endy takes control of it down the left side, and he'll dangle it left, right, and poked away. Good poke check over there from Chris Chow. Looks like a delayed penalty on the ice, and Utah will have a chance. Sent in, and a rebound. Chance, he did a good job readjusting, and we'll see what the referees signal. High sticking is the call, and it'll be a 2-minute penalty here. Not even a minute through. Captain Chris Chow hitting the bench. And that's a big loss for the Trojans to start. Captain and one of the leading goal scorers already hitting the bench, the penalty box early. But here come the Utes on the power play over in the far side circle. Utes take control, 5-on-4, and sloppy pass from Utah and flicked over the line. It's an onside play, shot inside and off the the right blocker of Chansey and sent all the way back down. Good job on USC defense adjusting early. Here's Hove, and good job there from Tyler Levine breaking it up, but Pittman will send it back down. back around the net to La, and USC clears it again. So a few good shifts there in their defensive zone, and the Utes will regroup in their own zone. Here comes Utah again. Good back check by Loren, and he's doing a really good job so far being aggressive on defense for a forward. Here's Endy. Endy left side. Trying to find a pass. Wraps around the net, and a good break up there from Loren. Here's Tala. It's an on-man rush for USC. Tala again inside, and they score! An early goal, shorthanded for the Trojans. It's Micah Kim lighting the lamp, and the Trojans are up 1-0. What a good start for the Trojans on defense, shorthanded. And it's a 1-0 game. It was an odd man rush on the shorthanded play, and Loren did a great job of creating that play down in the Trojans' defensive zone. He was able to break it up. Tala with a beautiful feed over to Micah Kim, who just simply tapped it in. And for Utah, that's a tough one, especially for their goaltender. Thought he had it, but it's 1-0. Trojans getting a good start here and making a splash early. Really good checking from Loren just on defense. You know, he's a second line forward. That's something you might not usually expect from a guy like that. Loose puck out in front, and they score right when the Trojans think they have the lead. It's Utah responding in kind. It's Garrett Jackson putting that one in, the Utah native himself. Off the rebound, and you thought, you know, they're on the power play. They were going to respond at some point, but we're just 2.5 minutes in, and we already have 2 early goals. One shorthanded, one on the power play. And what a start to this game. For Chansey, that's one you want to have back, but not much you can do when you're playing it off the rebound. And he couldn't adjust right away over on his own. Trojans trying to respond on defense, and a few loose pucks over there in their defensive zone. A few dangerous ones so far. Chansey's been solid so far, but the Trojans looking to respond here in kind. And that was pass a little bit too far. Utah takes over. Line change for USC. Good job from Levine there on the interception. He's tripped, and Levine draws the penalty. So the Trojans will be on their own power play, hitting the penalty box for Utah. Is Samuel Mudd, the defenseman. He'll hit the penalty box. USC 2 minutes on the tripping call. Good job from Levine there, drawing the penalty. USC on the faceoff. Taking control of it. It's Phillips. Over to Chow. Chow recently came out of the penalty box. Over to Phillips. Keeps it on the right side of the blue line, but they can't. And they'll have to regroup. Sort of a sloppy pass over there by Phillips, but the Trojans trying to get things started here on defense. Excuse me, on the power play on offense, but now having to be on defense. Here's Hove. Broken up by Phillips. And the Trojans trying to work their way up here on the power play. Here they come. Tripped up is Nerona, but no call. Phillips at the point. Down inside. And left alone is Chow. He shoots, and he scores! A snipe. All alone, the wrist shot on the right side of the net. And the Trojans respond again. We're 4 minutes in, 3 goals. An offensive showcase here on the power play. And Mudd will leave the penalty box. Chris Chow, once again, flawless work. Lined it up perfectly on that left side. Sort of at the top of the circle, and he went far side to the right side of the net, and just a precise shot. So the Trojans lead 2-1 thanks to the laser from Chris Chow, the captain. You could tell he was discouraged. He had the early penalty, but responds, and big hit over there from Utah. Here come the Utes trying to once again respond, down 1 here. Just about 15 minutes to go here, about 5 minutes through. Here's puck go all the way back to the net. Levine takes control. He'll go left side to an open Foley. And that one's broken up again. Good job there from Utah defense. They've been, when they prevented shots, it's been some really good checking on their end. And that one flicked down right side, back down to the net. Here they come. And that one tipped, and we'll have an offside call. Fenn was trying to create some space. 14:42 to go. Trojans leading it 2-1 early here in this first period of play. USC takes control on the face-off, and defending right away is Utah. They've been a very physical team thus far on both ends of the ice. Fenn shoots and deflected, but back to his own self, and here they come. Here come the Trojans again. They can't find the pass. That was Kim. Broken up on a big hit. And here come the Utes once again. Shot inside and right in the chest of Heath Chansey, who will freeze it for another face-off coming up. $14:15 to go here in this first period. Face-off coming. That's Chow. He'll win it over to Pats. That one shot inside and over behind the net. Trojans, that one's deflected up in the air and all the way back down. And regrouping is Umina for Utah. Here they come. We got Fenn again. He's been aggressive on offense and loose puck, but good job there from the Trojan defense. Knocking it loose. And all the way back down will go. There's Kurt over to his left side. That's Fenny. Good pressure there from the Trojan defense again. They've rapidly improved the defense so far. Here's Fenny again. Shoots and he scores! Past the outstretched glove of Chansey, and Fenny, who's been offensively very aggressive in this game, lights the lamp, and that's another one for Chansey that he wants to get back. It's 2-2 now. No shortage of goals here in this first period, not even halfway through the first period, and already a 2-2 score. So it's Fenny on the goal. Here's Furlong, left side. Backhand pass, good job of breaking it up. That's Foley. Foley up the left side. Tries to get it back, that's Levine. Good pass inside and broken up. A really good chance there from Loren. Loose puck on the left side of the net. And the Trojans already trying to break open this tie. Flung down inside, that was Quezada. And regrouping is Utah. Osola has one man to beat, and a good job there from Quezada again on defense. 2-2 our score. Foley knocked down, but puck right in front of him, and Osola left side. It's taken in by Loren. Good job there. Osola again, shot inside right in the chest of Chansey for the stop. 12:25 to go here in this first period. You know, for the Trojans, we've seen all season it's been hard for them to keep a lead, but in a game like tonight, you get that good start, you get that shorthanded goal, and then you get that laser from Chow. Those are two goals you allow that you really want to get back, and for the USC defense, that's something I'm sure they'll address in the locker room. Hove sending it on in, and here's Kim. Big hit on him once again. Trojans trying to get it out. Nice move there. But the Trojans playing really good in front of the crease. Both goals for Utah have more or less come from distance. The Trojans playing aggressive down inside. Here they come up inside, but 3 Trojans there to put a stop to it. And Chansey hugging the post. Accordingly, Jackson again trying to get his second goal of the game, but won't go. Here come the Trojans. Up the left side. And taken in by Utah again. Approaching the midway point of this first period. The Trojans doing a really good job on the checking front, especially when the puck has found its way near the crease, of being a physical team, not excessively, but doing enough to play some solid defense. Chow up to his left. That's Kim. Chow up the middle. He's trying to go for his second goal. Sends it down, but off wide, and Utah regroups. And looks like icing with 10:46 remaining, and we'll bring this one back over to the USC offensive zone. So for the Utes, it was Jackson on the first goal and Fenny on the second. For the Trojans, it was Kim and Chow, both finding the back of the net. And it's been a good one thus far. We're only halfway through the first, but once again, no shortage of goals. Two to 2 our score. Utah trying to work inside. Sent out to the middle and broken up again by Trojans. Good centering pass once again by the Utes. Sent down in, blocked in traffic. Chow, it's a race to the puck. And tied up. Trying to make a move is Pats, and the Trojans had some momentum going up the middle there, but unable to finish. Tala finds Pats. Here they come. That's Chow. And can't stick with it. The Trojans, once again, finding offensive chances, but shots on goal have been quiet these past few minutes. Trojans, too, on those goals have been, well, in that second goal, their forecheck is what really allowed them to score once again, but Utah has responded accordingly on both chances. It's been a back and forth game, to say the least. Tomachak, slap shot in and right in the glove of Chansey. Good reflexes. Powerful shot from the blue line by Tomachak. 9:04 remaining here in the first period, and 2-2 score. Face-off one over by the Trojans is Tala. Immediately met by Fenny. The Trojans, big hit there from Tala, but sticking with it are the Utes. Tomachak down inside into the corner. Tomachak near the point, shoots down inside, loose puck. Loose puck again, and Chansey, nice save off the pads. And here they come, that's Foley. Tala finds an open Loren, but passes it behind him, and Loren could have probably broken free there. Here's Fenny. Here's Levine right side. Levine, shot blocked over by Tomachak. Recovering into Phillips. Levine taking it inside. Open chance for Phillips, blocked in traffic. Here they come again, swing and a miss. And the Trojans had numbers there, but couldn't finish again. 8:02 to go. Monaco tried to find it, but Kurt sends it down, and a full line change coming here for the Utes. playing it behind the net. And here come the Trojans trying to regroup again. You know, for USC so far, they've played a much faster game than usual. It's been already looking like a much more aggressive effort compared to some of those earlier ones. And line change there. Probably not at the right time. It is intercepted by Utah. Nonetheless, Trojans take over. That's Kim, far side. They'll send it down. 2-2 our score. About 7 minutes remaining here. Asola. He's all alone. Shoots and deflected and out of play off the glove of Heath Chansey. Really good move there from Asola, going from his right to his left and finding a tough angle that Chansey was able to stop, and 6:55 to go. Face-off coming here in the USC defensive zone. Over to Amina. That one through traffic, but Chansey once again using those reflexes and puts the glove on that one. We'll have another face-off here on the near side circle. Chow's done a really good job on the face-offs, winning another one there. All season he's been reliable in that regard. But Utah, good checking from them again and able to win the puck again in that USC zone. Sent all the way back down. That's Umina. Up the neutral zone come the Utes. Sent down in. Good job again for the Trojans breaking that up. And here's Chow again. He's a fast skater, as we know, and a whistle. And looks like Utah will be penalized again. So Trojans did great on their last power play. It was, looks like an elbowing call on the ice. That's on Keegan Torrey. Hard to make out what the referee signaled. It looked like an elbowing call here into the Trojans. 2 minutes, the man advantage over right side at the point. Skating in, and good shot there from Damaris. Chow left side. Trying to find an option down low inside. Trojans trying to find a shot here, but Utah doing a good job adjusting to this Trojans power play. A minute and a half to go on this man advantage. 5:38 remaining here in the first. So Torrey in the penalty box for Utah. That's their second power play awarded to the Trojans. And Phillips. Endy takes over. Sort of a risky pass across ice. Short-handed, here come the Utes. All tied up down in the corner, and Chow trying to scan his options. Back around the net. Damaris. Behind the net trying to find a pass is Phillips, but plenty of time coming off this power play as we're under a minute to go on the man advantage. Here's Damaris. Getting cross ice and going both directions. Here's Levine back down inside. Chance now for the Trojans. Here's Damaris at the point. Cross ice pass to Chow. Chow over to Phillips. Back to Chow. Tried for the slap shot, but broken up, and flinging it all the way down is Utah. Chansey coming out of his crease, and a very good penalty kill on this second power play chance for the Trojans. Torrey will come out of the penalty box, and even strength we are. Taking it is Utah. Monaco Tripped up, and we'll have a delayed penalty call. Excuse me. It looked like the referee signaled for a penalty. Guess not, but Levine takes it inside. Tripped up was Monaco, but no call. Here's Kurt. Left side, shot blocked by Tala. Shot inside and immediately met by Levine. Levine sends it all the way down. Icing is the call. So we'll take this one back to the USC zone, and 3:34 left to go here in this first period. No shortage of action, no shortage of scoring. It's a 2-2 game, back and forth. All the way through, and Pittman and Levine on the face-off coming up here in this USC zone. Here's Tala. Over to Damaris, who flings it way back around. Once again, USC's passing must improve here to create chances. We saw Damaris send it all the way back and had a man open in front of him. Here, shot inside, and Chansey once again off the pads. USC will also need to address its zone turnovers, and shot inside and just wide is Pittman's shot. Tried to go backhand, but Chansey was right there. 2:57 to go. Here's Levine trying to make a move, but met immediately. Damaris hit. A good check there from Pittman. Damaris sends it over, but Umina on that one. And loose puck, Loren trying to track it down. Tough angle for him is met by Utah defender. Shot down inside and wide. Right is the shot from Chow. Another powerful shot from him. Over to Tala. Back to Chow. Chow loses it. Another good poke check there from the Utes. Send that one back over the blue line. Quezada down inside. That one broken up. Trojans trying to work it out of their own zone. And here they come. They have numbers. Here comes Chow. Chow right side. Dangles it. And another good poke check again from the Utes defense. Seems as if the Trojans will have momentum every time, and Utah knows how to work the stick down inside. Asola breaks free. Back inside, and they score. Oh, goal waved off. It looked like that one hit the back of the net, but no signal from the referees. The crowd erupted into cheers, and it looked like that one went in, but no goal. USC catches a break there. Another save off the pad. That's Chansey working inside. And broken up. Under a minute to go here in the first period. G defending on O'Shea. O'Shea, and a good shot into the mitt of Chansey, and 49.8 to go. Well, the face-off coming here in the USC defensive zone. Hove and Levine. G over to the far side. Hove takes it in again. Levine picks it up. And USC sends it down. Didn't get far enough for icing, but Utah responds. Here they come. Asola shoots and batted down by Chansey. He puts the glove on it for the stop. We'll have another face-off. 23 seconds to go here in this first period. 2-2 our score. Both teams getting their fair share of shots here. Utah working in that USC zone. Chansey's done a great job here these past few minutes or so of being aware in this crease. And Omina shoots out inside, loose puck, and O'Shea thought he had it, but flicked out wide. 5 seconds to go. Trojans trying to create some offense here, but won't have time for anything, as that's the end of the first period here at Anaheim. 2-2 our score. Both teams responding to each other in kind, and for the Trojans, a very good period in this one for sure, and Utah has been working on that offensive zone for many minutes here down the stretch, but for the Trojans, their defense has stayed resilient, and for 40 more minutes they'll have to put on the burners and really just respond to this offensive attack that Utah has. It's been so powerful. But for USC, they opened up the game with a Micah Kim goal that was responded from a Utah goal shortly after, seconds after, from Jackson. Chow found the back of the net with a nice, powerful shot, and Fenny tied the game up at 2. So that's our score, tied up at 2. Utah thought they had another goal, but it was waved off. And 2-2 is our score here at first intermission. Buzzer sounds for the end of the first intermission. Both teams making their way back out to the ice now. Both teams, no shortage of offense. Trojans 7 shots on net for Utah in that first period. It was 11. So a close game. Utah, of course, down the stretch. Final moments we're getting their offense to go, but good job from Heath Chansey between the pipes of putting the stop on a lot of those shots, using his glove, getting the puck into his chest. And it's been a good going so far. Face-off coming here, and second period is underway. Flung down all the way. Utah sends it down, and we have a whistle. Chansey was missing his water bottle. Not sure what that whistle was, but we'll have a face-off all the way back down here in the USC offensive zone. Here's Pats trying to work it inside. Fed down in by Mukanos, and taking control of it is Utah, but sent back down by Salzgeber. Trojans trying to defend out on the boards, and a little bit of back and forth here. Both teams sending it back down. Pats trying to find a man. Torrey takes control of it, trying to skate through traffic. Levine takes over. Had a good look at the net, but both teams physical enough to kind of put the stop on a lot of good shots, and icing is the call. Lorenz sent it all the way back down, and minute through here this second period. Face-off coming in the USC defensive zone. Face-off taken in by Levine. Loren trying to find it. Both teams have been very responsive on checking, especially when the opposition has had an open look on the net. Down inside, and really good look there from Foley. But that one sent all the way back down for icing. 18:34 remaining here in the second period. Face-off coming. Taking control of it is Utah. Over to his right side, and here's come the Utes. That's Richards. Back around the net. USC trying to just hold them off. Near the crease, USC's defense has been stout. Trying to find a free man is Damaris. Kazada picks it up. There's Wiener. Good physical play there from Tala. Both teams kind of struggling to make offense happen here early in the second. Monaco over to Wiener. Damaris. That one's taken right out from under him. Endy shot inside and off the pads of Chansey. Good job of positioning himself. Quezada feeds it over to G. G trying to catch up to it, but once again, Pittman finding the puck. Really good job from that Utah defense of just responding every time the Trojans find their footing. And looks like a whistle. Referee's discussing it. Looked to be too many men on the ice, possibly. That is the call. Too many men on the ice for USC. A sloppy transition. And now Utah with a chance to break open this one. They'll have 2 minutes with an extra man. So on the power play is Utah. Good job, Levine breaking it up. Had some daylight, but taken in again. Richards back over. This Trojan penalty kill has been inconsistent, to say the least, but with the way their defense has been last period and now in the start of this period, hopefully they can respond. And good shot from Richards, but right in the glove of Chansey. 16-35. Chansey as well this game has been really good glove side. He's been tracking down the puck, positioning himself adequately, and he's allowed 2 goals, but they've been from distance. Shot inside from Pittman, loose puck. Batted down, and Chansey once again. He's been something special so far in net. And here come the Utes. 1:10 to go on this power play. Broken up down inside. Umina tried to create some space and tried to make a move. Over to Richards. Richards at the point. Looks middle. Fenny, who scored earlier. Richards, and broken up again by Levine. For a forward, an offensive guy, Levine has been very good on defense, especially on this penalty kill unit. And broken up. Chow over to Levine, back to Chow. Chow scored earlier, makes a move. Shoots inside, and he scores! Chris Chow with his 2nd goal of the game. Shorthanded. And the Trojans respond. It's 3-2. Chris Chow, he's been electric all season. Scores his 2nd goal of the game from Tyler Levine. And the Trojans have taken the lead despite being shorthanded. How about that? 2 shorthanded goals for the Trojans this game. Chris Chow gets the Trojans the lead here in the 2nd period. It was Micah Kim who initially scored for the Trojans on that shorthanded chance and shot right off the faceoff. That's O'Shea. But for USC, their penalty kill unit has been on fire tonight. Still 15 seconds or so to go on this Utah power play, but the Trojans have effectively killed it off. Well, won't speak too soon. Shot over the middle, and that one batted out of play. Jackson had a good look, and 2 seconds left on this Utah power play. 3-2 our score here. 15 minutes to go here in period number 2. Face-off coming here in the USC defensive zone. So that'll end the power play, but Utah still on the offensive side. Here they come. Shot in traffic. Loose puck. Chansey trying to track it down and winds up on his back. The puck was loose and shot down inside near the blue line. USC defense catching a few breaks here with the lead. Here's Levine. He assisted that last goal. He's been a marksman on the passing and tried to find a good look over the middle. That was Foley, but can't get it to go. Utah trying to respond again. They've done a very good job of responding. But for now, as it stands, Utah trails USC 3-2. As the Trojans have a chance to keep this lead with some good defense. Endy shoots inside. Good job there from the Trojans defense again. Here they come in transition. They have numbers. It's Chow again. He's working for a hat trick at this point with 2 goals. Big hit inside down behind the net. O'Shea in the neutral zone. He'll fling it down. And a line change made for Utah. A good shift there from O'Shea. He remains on the ice. He'll wrist that one down in wide right. It's played. Mudd falls to his feet. O'Shea, left side. Wraps around, can't find any options. Over to the top, that's Fenny. Scored way back in the first. USC takes control. Tala. Salzgeber. Trying to transition USC back on offense. Sends it back down, and the Trojans will make some changes again. Salzgeber remains on the ice and tries to apply some pressure. Here comes Utah far near side. Fenny all alone. Met up. And good defense there from Mucanos. Fenny again tries to center it. Knocked down. Utah wanted the call there, but a good job from G on that check and a great centering pass. I couldn't find anybody. Sent down again. Utah really working inside. Here they come again. And knocked down. Salzgeber ran into O'Shea, and Utah takes control in their own zone. Here they come again. Picked up again. That's Loren. He'll send it back down, and icing on the way. 11:24 remaining here in this second period. 3-2 our score in favor of the Trojans. Face-off coming here in the USC defensive zone. Here's Lynch on the point and batted away from Preston Pats. He's been a force on defense thus far. He's been great on that first line. That one sent down to Chansey, who hugs his right side of the post. Mucanos loses it. Loren trying to pick it up, but here comes Utah. Here's Torrey to his left. Here they come. Shot inside. Chansey, and they score. Chansey was not positioned effectively, and yet again, Utah responds. Almost midway here in the second. So much traffic. Hard to see who actually put that one in, but it looked to be a goal from Hove. So we're all tied up. Both teams going back and forth. No team has scored twice in a row. It's been clearly a back and forth game, not just from goal scoring, but really in momentum. We saw Utah overtake momentum following Chris Chow's second goal, and here comes Utah again. It's a 2-on-2. Broken up by Tala. He's been a force on defense in that second unit. Here's Endy to his left side. So Hove is credited with the goal, tying the game up at 3. 3 different goal scorers thus far for Utah. Midway through this second period. Here come the Trojans. An odd man rush once again. Over to Kim. He scored way back in the first. Great pass inside, centering it down to the slot, but Damaris can't finish on that one. And running into Damaris is Tala. Over to Chow. Chow tries to make a move. He made that same move, dangling it on his second goal. And Salzgeber applies some pressure. Good back check from him. Excuse me, forecheck. Centering pass. Icing waved off because of the deflection. 9 minutes to go here in the second period. Here they come. Furlong down inside. Shot inside again. Chansey found his position. 3-3 our score. Centering pass inside. Furlong looked like he had some daylight, but the Trojans block it once again. Here's Pats. Pats a little bit behind him. Here's Salzgeber going left side. Salzgeber up the ice. He's all alone and broken up at the crease. Shot inside Mucanos again. Trojans with a few shots here following the goal they allowed. Puck played behind the net. Tries to center it. That was Pats, but Utah takes control. They have some numbers coming up here. Left to right. And broken up by Mucanos. Back to Bill. And Levine takes control. Here's Levine left side. He's hit against the boards. He sticks with it. Levine, very resilient player when it comes to facing physicality, but unfortunately, Trojans will have to regroup. Here's Furlong. Swings and misses, and the Trojans regroup. They have numbers. Foley shoots, and it's out of play. Went right at the chest. And that one's sent out of play. 7:37 remaining here in a 3-3 game. Face-off coming here in the USC offensive zone. Face-off coming here in Utah's defensive zone. And we'll do that one over again. Shot inside, wide right. Here come the Utes. Shot inside that couldn't find all of its way, and centering pass over to Kurt. Really good look, but Kurt couldn't get his stick on it. Here they come again. That's Fenny. Defended well by Phillips. Damaris again, he takes control. He's done a good job of transitioning the Trojans from defense to offense. Damaris left side. Trying to get the puck out of there, but physical Utah defense right on him. It's kicked around in the corner. Chow takes control, tries to get it to the front. But the Utes respond. Sent down. Icing waved off. Phillips knocked to his feet. And Utah with a chance here is Pittman. Can't stick with it. And here come the Trojans. It's Damaris once again transitioning. A good idea, but Trojans caught a break there on that last chance for Utah, but here they come again. Jackson. Puck skids all the way from one side of the crease to the other. Salzgeber tries to take it up, but Jackson takes it back. Here's Jackson. Tries to make a move. Can't find anyone. And the Trojans, good job there on defense. Losing his stick is Lucanos. Torrey swings and misses at that one. Loose puck inside. And Chow picks it up again. That one sent down. Would have been an offside play. Chow very aware of that. Umina, near side, centers it. They shoot and they score. Utah takes the lead here. It's a 4-3 game. And the Trojans, why does it look like they were finding their footing? Trail now. LaCroix looked to be the goal scorer on that one. We'll get the confirmation in just a second, but might have been a tip in at the final moment. So the Utes lead this one 4-3. A really good shot. Delayed penalty, and finally whistle's blown. Big hit on the boards near side right here in neutral ice. ND will hit the penalty box. So a chance now for the Trojans. Just allowed a goal. 5 minutes to go here. So ND hits the penalty box. Boarding call on ND. So the boarding gets him 2 minutes, and Trojans on the power play. Once again, waiting that confirmation on that fourth Utah goal. Looked to be from LaCroix, but might have been a deflection. Trojans on the power play, trying to even this one up again. Back over to Phillips. To Chow, one-timer. Saved. Very, very fine save there inside, and Chow was open and had the one-timer opportunity. 4:27 to go. 1:24 to go on the man advantage. Face-off coming. So Levine wins that one over. It's Phillips. Over to Chow. Chow down inside. He receives it back, feed over middle to Phillips. Plays it off the boards to Salzgeber. And taken in. Utah sends it back down. Good penalty kill so far. Here's Chow trying to find a chance. McCanos. And another good stop there from Utah, sending it back around. They'll get a line change here on the penalty kill. Fresh legs out there for Utah, trying to play defense for another 30 seconds on this power play. They lead 4-3. 3.5 to go here in the second. It has been another eventful period for both teams. USC had the lead, but 2 unanswered goals from Utah gives them the advantage. And it's been a back and forth story thus far, and Trojans trying to respond, and once again can't create any chances here on the power play. And Utah effectively kills that one off. So 4-3 our score. It stays. Here's Chow. He comes up his left side, shoots backhand, and right in the chest again. Chow has been a shot creator all night. 2 goals. And almost had another one there on the power play on the one-timer. But Utah doing a good job on defense. We're back at even strength. Damaris on the faceoff now for USC. Utah takes control of it, trying to center it. Trailing is Wiener. He picks it up. Back around to Richards. Richards shoots inside right in the chest of Chansey. Very good chance there from Utah. Made something out of nothing, and will face off in the USC defensive zone. Puck batted around. Loren. Excuse me, that's Pats. Down inside. Back over the middle. And a fine glove save from Chansey on the powerful wrist shot. 2:27 to go here in the second period. Another face-off coming here in the USC defensive zone. Damaris will make his way off the ice. Over the middle, and USC breaks it up. Here come the Trojans. And Quezada couldn't quite stick with that one. And responding is Utah. Here come the Utes. Near side. Umina goes to his left, back to Wiener. He'll try to find an option, but Kim takes control of it. Trojans odd man rush, but met by another one. Kim shoots inside and loose puck. A tough angle for Kim trying to get his second goal of the night, but putting a stop to it is Utah once again. A minute 46 to go here in the second period. Here come the Utes, far side. Up the neutral zone they go, and that puck goes all the way back down. Jackson tries to find it, but Chow controls it, batted down. A good check there from Hove. He scored the go-ahead goal earlier in this period. Feeds it down to Levine. Levine using his physicality to try to create a chance here, but Utah all over that and smothered. Phillips. And a whistle offside to call. Under a minute to go here in this second period. Face-off coming near the blue line. Taking control of it is Utah. Up the left side and fast they go, but off the stick of Chansey. O'Shea in the neutral zone over to Jackson, who can't pick it up. It's onside, but and wide. Near the point. Shot down wide again. Rebound Umina. Tries to center it. And won't go. Here's Levine. 15 seconds in the period. Here's Salzgeber, left side. And a whistle. Offside. 10 6/10 to go. Likely will go in intermission with a Utah 4-3 lead. As we're approaching the final seconds of this second period. USC trying to center it to La. as time expires, and that will take us to second intermission. 4-3 our score in favor of the Utes. A very physical game, but Utah has been the better team on the defensive side, only allowing 1 goal in that period, USC allowing 2. USC has struggled at the end of some of their periods in recent games and came out firing on all cylinders, but unfortunately for them, find themselves trailing here at second intermission as we go to the locker rooms. Players of both teams hitting the dressing rooms now, and we'll be back in 15 minutes. Welcome back to the rinks at Anaheim. Just about set to go here for this third period, where the Utes lead by a score of 4-3. It was a really competitive period for both teams. Trojans still getting outshot, but offensively have really been strong, but on defense, that's where they've lacked a little bit. Still a rapid improvement from some of the earlier games, but it's been a struggle for them down late in the period. Face-off coming here at center ice, and we are underway here in this third period. Trojans trying to even this one. Here's Chow, right up the center. Tries to center it over to Salzgeber, but wasn't quite there. Taking control of it is Utah. And batted down. Here's Pats. And that one blocked. He was met right at the net. Good few chances here for the Trojans right out the gates. Tomachak taken by Chow. Chow took that one right away, but can't track it down, and that one's sent back all the way to Phillips in the defensive zone. Here's Chow trying to center it. Pats, and that one's taken right away. Pittman over to Kurt. Kurt, no one in front of him, but Chansey puts the glove on that one again. Just about a minute through this third period of play. Face-off coming here in the USC defensive zone. And that, good job there from the Trojans. Puck went over the line, and regrouping is Utah. If Utah scores again, that could put the nail in the coffin. So the Trojans defense responding already and doing a good job. There's Foley. Gives that one away. Asola. There's Bill. And whistle blown. And they lose the puck, so quick stoppage as that one goes out of play. Another face-off coming. Here's Bill trying to center it. Met at the post, that's Chansey positioning himself adequately again. Centering it and taken away by G. Knocked into the glass. Hill lays it on him. Kazada trying to give USC some life on offense, but it's sent back around. Here they come again. Utah responds. Utah's defense has been doing a very good job of just containing their lead. There's G over to Damaris. Damaris trying to find another option. Over to Chow on the one-timer again, and it's very wide. Tala takes control at the point, but puck batted away and back over the line. Kazada left all alone. Damaris with it. Pressure applied to him. Utah utilizing the forecheck again. And Jackson right on that one. Sent over the line again. Here come the Utes. Tala. Here's Salzgeber. Over to Chow. Back to Solsgaber. He's left alone. Shot wide left. Tala again sends it in, but right there again. Tries to center it, and Jackson intercepts it. Here come the Utes. Torrey has no other option but to send it down over to the Chansey. Pats. Over to Solsgaber. Back over to Chow. Chow loses it. Umina. Met at center ice by Tala, who uses a good check. Here's Wiener. Has daylight in right in the glove of Heath. Chansey makes another fine save. USC defense took them a second to position themselves, and Wiener had a nice shot, but glove side Heath Chansey. That's a hard wall to beat, and Chansey's been doing a good job tonight. Has allowed 4 goals, but it's been a close one all the way through. Endy, shot, centered over the middle, but Chansey once again with a fine save. Loren, over to Levine. He's a fast skater, makes a nice move. Here's Levine right side. Wraps around and tries to use the backhand in that one. Back to the point. Damaris, his shot blocked. It's an odd man rush for Utah. Endy coming up the near side, shoots, and he puts it in the near side corner. A very good shot. And he went 3-hole on that one. Endy extends Utah's lead to 2 goals. And the Trojans find themselves down 2 now in this third period. A tough hole to climb out of now, as the defense has looked unresponsive this period thus far. Endy will get another shot off the pads of Heath Chansey. His shot went 3-hole, batted down, and right in that near side corner of the net. And a very, very good shot, just locating the open spot. And Chansey, unfortunately, it's a tough spot for him on the 3-hole. Couldn't use the blocker fast enough, and Utah finds themselves up 2 now. 15 to go here in the third period. Monaco shoots wide, right? Here comes G. Umina takes control of it, and Pittman leads up the offense. Finding some space. Over to Kurt. He shoots. Batted down by Chansey, who can't pick it up. But the Trojans respond as Phillips. Trojan defense trying to just stop the bleeding here. Allowed 3 unanswered goals. And Chow knocked down, but tries to center it to Damaris, and probably didn't need to make the extra pass there, but he did, and Utah takes control of it. Here's Pittman, his shot blocked by Quezada, who's knocked down immediately after. Pittman trying to dish it out. Over to Umina in the point. Here's Umina. Shoots down inside, and freezing it right away is Chansey. 5 goals allowed from Chansey, but he's mostly struggled on the longer distance shots. Inside, he's been very good at locating the puck. There's another face-off here taken in by Quezada. Over to Tomachak. And sent all the way back down. Solsgaber dives on it, but taking control of it is Asola. Asola shoots down inside, and good traffic made there by the Trojans. Mudd trying to locate it, and that one goes all the way down to the corner. Chow sends it over to Solsgaber. Tala just trying to get out of their own zone. The Trojans struggling to find a pass. Lynch batted up in the air and knocked down by Pats. Finally can send it over to Salzgeber. And he'll just dump it down inside as the Trojans needing to find life here on offense to come back, as it's been quiet here through this first half of the third period. Tala. Nice pass over to Quezada. Quezada centering pass to Loren and a little too far, as he'll send it back down, and Quezada over to the middle. Down inside, that's Levine behind the net. As Levine shoots and had a good look, but it's off the mark. That one flung way out of play. .12-13 remaining here in the third period. USC will make some changes on the offensive and defensive sides, and Levine will try to get this face off here in the Utah zone. A goal here would be huge for the USC, cutting the deficit to 1, but as it stands right now, it's 5-3 Utah. Levine takes it, but the puck goes all the way back to the USC side, and they'll have to regroup as Utah gets fresh legs out on the ice. Sloppy pass taken in by Jackson. Tries to find Furlong in the corner. He plays it off the boards over. O'Shea's open. He backhands it, and Levine takes control. Here's Levine right side. Levine stays with it. Tries to make a move, and he's knocked down. Penalty coming on up. Looks to be a hooking call on Utah. That's number 16, Maxwell Hove. So Hove to the penalty box again. And the Trojans can cut this 1-1 if they have a good power play and can score here. Levine doing a good job of drawing the penalty on the hooking call. Here's Phillips. Over to his left, that's Salzgeber. Back over to Phillips near the blue line. Down inside, but over to Chow. Chow feeds it over, and a wide pass, and the Trojans will have to regroup. Looked like they had some good offense. That one sent all the way back down. Penalty kill doing its job so far for Utah. Over to Phillips. And taking control of it is Utah, shaving some time off the power play. Almost halfway through it here. 10:47 to go here in the third. Phillips over to Mucanos. Mucanos over to Levine. Levine down inside behind the net. And that one sent back. And killing off this power play so far has been very effective for Utah. Here's Phillips. With time ticking on the power play, USC needs to not be complacent here on offense. Levine tries to get it, but Utah again sending it all the way back to Chansey on the other end. Regrouping again is Phillips. Tried to make a pass, but in the midst of a line change, here's Chow. Left side shot, and the hat trick for Chris Chow on the power play. Not one, not two, but 3 goals tonight for Chris Chow, bringing the Trojans within 1 on a powerful shot on the left side, a good wrister. And it's really hard to stop Chris Chow tonight. He has been something. He scored USC's last 3 goals out of their 4, and a hat trick for Chow. He wears that captain patch for a reason. He's been just a force on offense this season, and that's a huge goal for the Trojans on the man advantage. 5-4 our score, just under 10 minutes to go here in the third period. So it's Chris Chow once again on a beautiful shot from the left side near the circle.
Trojans score! Goal scored by number 8, assisted by number 9, Owen Phillips.
So Owen Phillips picks up the assist on that Chow goal, and defenseman has made some really good passes tonight, and he helps bring the Trojans within one. We've got a good one on our hands. 5-4 Utah. 9 minutes to go here in the third. Trojans trying to come from behind after starting out really hot in this one. Shot inside, right in the chest of Chansey. A good shot there from Utah. And we'll bring this one over to the circle for another face-off. Good shot there from Umina. Once again, he's been all over the place tonight, creating space, creating shots. So 3 goals tonight is a story for Chow, but the USC Trojans still trail the Utes, who have been hot. And goal waved off. Utah thought they had it, but referee signaling no goal. A tough, weird angle from the left side of Chansey and the right side of the net, but face-off coming. Trojans catch a break there, almost allowing another one, but good response from Utah, but that one doesn't get credit. Here comes Chow. Far side, he flicks it down inside over to the middle. And the Trojans will be relying on Chow. He shoots again. Loose puck near the post. And Chow almost had his 4th goal of the game, but the puck was sitting right on the crease near the goal line. And a diving stop stops the equalizer from going in, and Utah can breathe a sigh of relief there after almost allowing the game-tying goal. So we'll have a face-off here in the USC offensive zone with 8:47 to go. 5-4. A very close one all the way through. Chow on the face-off. He's been the player tonight to watch. He's been everything to this USC team all season, and the captain almost had his 4th goal of the game. They'll be relying on him here down the stretch here in the final minutes of this thrilling contest. Over to Asola. Here's Utah with some numbers. Fenny shoots. He scored earlier, and loose puck. Chansey couldn't quite hold on to it, but the Trojans take control. There's Chow. Feeds it to his left side. That's Pats. Back over to Chow. Chow just... And they tie the game! Trojans score on a broken play, and it's Preston Pats tying the game up at 5. It's been all Trojans here in the third. And Preston Pats on a broken play, to say the least. Chris Chow just kind of tried to keep it on the right side of the blue line. Chow picks up yet another point. So he scores his 3rd goal of the game, and he assists the game-tying goal. And we're all knotted up at 5. Trojans were down 2 at the start of this period and have completely shifted momentum. Loren. Here's Torrey to his left side. Hove centers it. Jackson. Loose puck out on the left side of Chansey, and that one's batted back. Tries to center it again in the slot.
Goal scored by number 2. Assist by number 8, Chris Chow. El
Salzgeber also picks up an assist on that one, and right in the glove of Heath Chansey it goes once again. So it was Preston Pats from Chow and Salzgeber over halfway through this third period. Face-off coming here in the USC defensive zone. Utah all over Damaris. He gets it up to Kim. He scored all the way back in the first, but that one's taken back again by Utah. Fenny. Centering pass blocked by Mukanos. Fenny again. That one off the stick of Phillips. Phillips had the assist on the goal that made it a one-score game. Here's G trying to work it out of the zone, and he does. All the way back down to the Utah side. Under 6.5 to go here. All knotted up at 5. Chow with it. To his right side. It's Damaris. To the left. Quezada shoots, and the Trojans take the lead. Zachary Quezada gets the go-ahead goal, and the Trojans score 3 in a row and take the lead here in the third period. What a game for USC. Zachary Quezada kind of snuck up the left side, receives a perfect pass, and gives the Trojans the lead. What a period for USC. First it's Chow, lighting the lamp, making it a one-score game, getting his hat trick. Preston Pats would soon follow, and then Zachary Quezada giving the Trojans the lead here. Granted, still plenty of time, 6 minutes to go, but it's been all Trojans this period. .548 to go in a 6-5 game. Chow picks up another point. That's his 5th point of the game. A career game for Chris Chow, who assisted that Quezada goal. He's been creating chances all night. USC likely will want an insurance goal here, but loose puck out in the middle, but Chansey once again with a great save. Here's Wiener. Tried to find Endy, who scored the most recent Utah goal. Umina. Loose puck in. Can't get it to go. Another chance for Utah. USC biting their nails now. It's been a nerve-wracking sequence on defense as Utah has been controlling the pace here in the few moments after that goal, but Levine sends it over, and no icing call. Utah wanted that one, but offsides. Jackson jumped a little too early, but Utah not liking that call. Big break there for USC as Utah had numbers, as Jackson couldn't time that one quite right. USC leads 6-5, 4.5 minutes to go here in the third period, at least in regulation. Phillips over to Levine in the middle, neutral ice. Tries to find Foley. Here's Jackson. Hove. Foley. Over to Levine. Levine near side on the boards, hit down, and Foley loses it. Here come the Utes. Tried to find Hove. It's Lynch. Centering pass and a little bit too far. Back around the net. Loren. Dives on it. And Utah wanted a penalty call there, but there's No signal. Big hit from Levine. Utah trying to even this one up again. Torrey behind the net. Chansey keeping his eye on it. That one batted up and out of play. 3:16 to go here in this thrilling third period of this thrilling game. A nail-biter to say the least. It's been back and forth all night. Trojans controlling this period, scoring 3 unanswered goals. Chow, Pats, and Quezada, the last 3 goal scorers for the Trojans. A come-from-behind effort for the Trojans has given them the lead. Still plenty of time here, Utah, but broken stick on the ice, and Trojans take control. Here's Chow. He has 3 goals tonight and 2 assists. Shoots that one near side, but off the pad of goaltender once again. Endy batted down by Tala. Great defensive effort. Sent down. O'Shea recovers. Backhands it over. Umina. Met up by Pats. Pats scored that game-tying goal moments ago. Hit hard is Tala. Kicked around in the corner. A physical game through all 3 periods. Both of these teams showing very good defensive prowess and physicality. That one shot through traffic and Asola knocked down. Trojans take control. Here's Talach. Over to Salzgeber, who flings it down. And USC will make changes, fresh legs out for the Trojans. That second line out there for the Trojans. It's been very effective tonight, especially with Levine kind of controlling the middle. And under 2 minutes to go, Heath Chansey putting the glove on it. He's been remarkable here in this third period after struggling a bit in the second. Timeout on the ice. Both teams regrouping. Zachary Quezada got the Trojans the lead. And he has been all over the place tonight trying to score, but finally got his name on the list of goal scorers with that phenomenal goal. The Pasadena native himself gives the Trojans the lead, and Chris Chow, no matter how this game ends, he'll be player of the game with a career game. 5 points on 3 goals and 2 assists. His 3 goals were consecutive as well for the Trojans and got them the momentum they needed to get the lead. And the Trojans now will have to play 2 minutes of a game on defense, and it won't be easy considering Utah's offensive showing tonight, but both teams make their way back out after the timeout. We'll have a face-off here in the USC defensive zone on the near side circle. Hove and Pats. Puck dropped. It's taken in by Jackson. Backhanded over, and Phillips plays it off the corner. Here's Levine. Levine takes it himself up the right side. Levine, and offside the call. The players getting into it. Referees there to break it up, and we'll have another face-off on the offside. So I'll have a face-off on the near side, right near the blue line. And this next minute 40 will be crucial for both teams. Here's Phillips. Over to his left, over to Lucanos. Here comes Utah. Torrey. Wide left. Blocked down inside. Umina Kicks it over to O'Shea. O'Shea shot in traffic, blocked by Torrey. Loren taking it in again. And that one through traffic. Levine picks it up and sends it all the way down. Empty net, and Levine shot that one from their own zone, and Levine on the empty net gives the Trojans the 2-goal advantage. Tyler Levine pretty much puts the nail in the coffin, and the Trojans take a 7-5 lead as Tyler Levine sends that one all the way from his own zone on the empty net. Looking back on it, it actually was from neutral ice, but actually right around the blue line, Levine scoring on the empty net. And the net's empty once again. Utah. Tomachak shot inside and in the glove of Chansey. So Levine adds his name to the list of goal scorers. Just to recap, Micah Kim opened up scoring for USC, then it was 3 consecutive Chow goals. Preston Patz added his name to the list, and then Quezada got him the lead. Levine scores on the empty net. Trojans lead 7-5, and they're on pace for victory here. A huge win for the Trojans. They try to get another empty net goal, and that one's wide right, icing the call. 35 to go. A huge third period for the Trojans. I mean, this was a much-needed rejuvenation, and not sure what was said in the locker room at second intermission, but the Trojans completely turned this game around, shifted momentum, and they're going to take home a victory. Their first in a while. It's been a rough couple of months for the Trojans, and what a victory for USC, defeating Utah here at home. A team, Utah's second in the Pac-8, and that one shot blocked down and knocked by Tala. And Chow will just fling it all the way down. Levine catches it. Levine tries to get another empty net goal, but that will do it. Icing. And so it's the USC Trojans upsetting Utah. Final score 7-5. The Trojans with an absolutely incredible finish to this one. Chris Chow, 5 points on the night with 3 goals, a hat trick for him. Heath Chansey stands his ground in net. And a very good third period for the Trojans that propels them to victory over this Utah team. A team that has been very good all season. Zachary Quezada credited with the game-winning goal. And the Trojans get their first win in a while following a long winter break. But 7-5 is the final score here at the rinks at Anaheim. And that will finish things off here. Trojans will see this team tomorrow night. Utah will try to even up the series, and the Trojans will go for the sweep. Just an incredible effort for the Trojans. A heroic effort from Chris Chow, who led his team. Has the captain patch on his jersey and has taken that role very seriously, filling the big shoes of John Thibodeau. And Heath Chansey with a great show out in net, and the Trojans get a well-deserved victory thanks to an absolutely stout third period from USC. So the final score 7-5. I'm Casey Kasliner. Thank you for tuning into this one. Trojans are victorious 7-5 over Utah. And we'll be back tomorrow night. Thank you and good night.